Hi, Steve Stenros, First Choice Inspections. I'm doing a garage inspection here, and I want to point out a few items I've noticed here that would be a concern to a potential buyer. Here in the garage ceiling, we see there's been an attic ladder installed. As you look at the bottom stringer on the ladder, you can see that stringer is split, cracked. Okay, very dangerous. It's a safety hazard. Come over here, we have a substandard repair that's been done. A few little screws and a piece of plywood. Not the proper repair for that. It's still very dangerous to go on. I'm going to hobble up the left side of it here. Let's take a look up in the attic of the garage. Actually, we'll stop here at the top of the attic ladder. At the base plates for the springs and the hinges, you can see there's no nail driven through the one hole. That should have a 16-penny nail driven through into the framing so that it properly holds the weight of the climber. The nail plate over here on the side at the hinge also is the same way, as you can see. There's been no nail driven through into the framing. So what you have here are some thin aluminum rivets holding the weight of the climber. Not really safe. Okay, let's go up into the attic. As we approach the top, you can see we have roof truss framing. See all the truss webbing. Right at the top of this attic ladder here, you can see this truss is all split and cracked. Okay, so this is the structure of the roof that could be affected here. It could be compromised. So I would recommend a truss repair technician to come out and evaluate and properly repair that truss. Then for the attic area here, you can see the previous owner has installed plywood for storage. I know a lot of people do this. This should be used for lightweight storage, if anything. Roof trusses are not meant to hold weight. So any storage that is done up here should be lightweight. That should always be kept in mind if you have something like this in your own house as well. Then let's look at the lighting circuit here. Okay, we have a light switch, and this is substandard wiring, really. If you look at this switch, the wiring exiting the box should be secured to the framing within 12 inches of the box, and it hasn't been secured at all. Then we look here where the wire goes into the bottom of the box, and you can see there's no strain relief clamp there holding the wire tight. So this is a fire hazard. Now let's take a look at the light. And I'm going to zoom into the base of the light here. And you can see once again, there's no strain relief clamp. So this is really substandard wiring. Then up at near the roof, here's the wiring circuit. Okay, and as we go through here, we can see all the way down at the far end, there's a light. But they ran the wiring through every single one of these roof trusses. And you can see they've bored a hole, looks like a 3/4 inch hole, through each and every truss cord, all the way down. So what they've done is compromise the roof structure here. Roof trusses are engineered components, and they shouldn't be altered in any way without engineering approval. So here we're going to have a structural engineer come in and evaluate this and give a recommendation for repairs. Then let's take a look at the fire separation between the garage and the living space. With the installation of the attic ladder, then the garage firewall becomes very important. And you see this gypsum board installed at the attic firewall, and that's adjacent to the attic over the living space. Okay, so this has to be a fire-rated barrier. But you can see here, there's an insulated flexible HVAC duct, a heat duct, running through that firewall. Any ducts penetrating a firewall are required to be at a minimum of 26 gauge steel. This is not, as you can see, this is just a flexible duct running through there.